G'day, I'm Steve. Welcome to my roof space. You'll find it's not an awful lot different to yours. It's fairly dusty up here, and right now the temperature's quite comfortable because it's early in the morning. But by the middle of today, the temperature can raise to as much as 70 degrees inside here, and that is massive. How do I know? Well, this is where I work. I've spent the last 15 years climbing in and out of people's ceiling cavities in the most hottest, ridiculous times of the day. Now, I found very early on that a ceiling cavity or a roof space that was vented properly was considerably cooler. I called it my sweat test. I would spend 15 minutes, that's how long it took me to put the antenna stuff together inside the roof spaces of the houses that I was doing. So 15 minutes I'd be inside a roof space. In that time, if the ceiling was not vented correctly, I would have to move 3 times because the perspiration pouring off me was just so extreme, it was puddling on the ceiling below me. And I had to move 3 times because I was scared that, that it was going to damage the ceiling. If I climbed into a ceiling cavity that was vented properly, I found I could sit comfortably for the whole 15 minutes without moving. And it's funny, I ran into an electrician one day who was telling his customer that a customer that had roof ventilation loved their electrician. And to tell you the truth, that's pretty much the way I feel. But here I am in my own ceiling cavity, and look above me. There's no roof vents. The reason there's no roof vents is because in this house, they simply wouldn't work. Well, you could make them work, but it would cost you a great deal of money. And this is the reason, I guess, I'm talking to you today. There's several different types of trades, I guess, that will put in roof ventilation. Your plumbers, if you ask them nicely, will do it. They'll never volunteer to. Insulation companies tend to put in whirlybirds. Roofing companies tend to. Skylight companies like me tend to put in ventilation. And the depressing part is, I reckon 90% of the time they're not installed correctly. It's not a difficult thing to install them correctly, but it is a dirty, dusty, annoying thing. Here, in my place, I don't believe it's possible because my house was built before 1990. For you, I guess, coming back to it, the reason I'm here, if you're looking at ceiling ventilation, you will find it can work very well for you. But you've really got to choose the right person to do it. I'm saying I'm one of the right people. I'm saying that there are questions that you need to ask. For instance, I once did a real test, took a thermometer, climbed into 2 identical houses, and I found a difference of 17 degrees between one house and the next. The interesting part was that they both had roof ventilation. Okay, they both had a mechanical vent installed, but there was 17 degrees difference. That's from 70 to 53 degrees, the difference between these 2 roof spaces in 2 identical houses. Okay, side by side, everything was the same, except for one thing. And that one thing is what makes roof ventilation work. So now, it's up to you. If you're seriously considering ceiling ventilation, I can guarantee you it will work, as long as it's installed correctly. And I can guarantee you I'll install it correctly. Up here, there's a button that says schedule an appointment. You're welcome to press on it, fill in your details, and we'll be back to you soon. Directly above me, there's a phone number. In the mornings you'll get me, in the afternoons you'll get Teresa. We'll organise a time to come around and make your home cooler. Make your air conditioning bills less. Just generally make your life more comfortable this summer. Looking forward to talking to you soon. Bye.